Come on now, $8. Come on, you can't be on there with your boy Murf talking football 24/7 for $8. Come on, man, slap yourself.
What more can I say?
Top billing.
Yo, top billing to ya. Come on now, Dog Nation. You already know what time it is. Your boy King Murf, the Underground King here. It's a little bit of a topical discussion here, you know. Just want to kind of get the lay of the land from the people in the comment section. So hopefully I'm breeding a whole new brand of college football fan through these film studies and everything, especially here on Committed to the G portion of Top Billing Sports, you know what I mean? Because this is my state, you know what I mean? We can't be having people coming around talking about quarterback play all day. So I finally went back and was watching the Sugar Bowl, right? And that's why you got to be on patreon.com/committed to the G. Got to get that bad boy in there, man. Come on now, $8. Come on, you can't be on there with your boy Murf talking football 24/7 for $8. Come on, man, slap yourself. That's well worth it. Because we having these topical conversations in these discussions, especially in the group chat tier. Shout out to everybody in the group chat tier. And I was talking about the secondary. And I think that this is a stupid crucial year for the Dogs to go ahead and procure that natty. It's going to be tough, man. It's a whole bunch of top-notch players out there. But I don't think the Dogs should be running from anyone. You know what I mean? I think Ohio State, Georgia, LSU, Clemson, Alabama, maybe a few other teams out. Penn State. Look out for Penn State, too. If they can get that quarterback situation popping, it's going to be a lot of talent out there, a lot of talented teams. But not more so than Georgia. You know, Georgia's got to be right up there in the discussion, 1B, 1C, however you want to do that. But that secondary, that is a concern for me, and a lot of people aren't talking about that. So I was going back through the Sugar Bowl, and I was watching that bad boy and put my thoughts out there in the group chat and stuff. And there are two positions I think that should be up for grabs. So this is going to be the topic of discussion for the rest of the offseason. Is Georgia a meritocracy? Is it a system based on merit? Because I think at one spot you have the best safety possibly in the country in J.R. Reed coming back for his senior season or his super senior season. And I think you have a rising superstar in Eric Stokes. The rest of them dudes, though, can't do it. Richard LeCounte. First and foremost, I want to talk about Richard LeCounte. He's a tough one to talk about because everyone loves Richard LeCounte. He's the pillar. He's a hell of a recruiter. He did his thing on the recruiting trail, and he's a very talented player. However, you cannot say that that man is not a liability. If you're being honest about it, and you people who like to talk about the quarterback all day, if you're not saying something about Richard LeCounte, to me, you're doing yourself a disservice as trying to be some type of analyst, because Richard LeCounte is a liability. He bounces off of everything, man. He's on those double positive magnet tackles and stuff like that. Matter of fact, man, we'll get into a little bit of a breakdown right here on that. All right, what you're going to have right here is an inside zone. You got Richard LeCounte right there at a free safety spot. This bad boy is going to hit the B gap right here. So this is going to be LeCounte's responsibility. Actually, it will be Monty Rice's responsibility here, who nobody thought actually played in this game, but he actually played. But Richard LeCounte read it a little better than Monty, and he attacked the gap. But if you can't make the play, it's all for naught. All right, so you see his development perfect. He read it perfectly, but look, your man's not even really looking. It's like he's closing his eyes and tackling. Now, we know he's not afraid of contact, but, man, you got to call a spade a spade. You got to wrap up and get these guys on the ground, man. All right, we joined the throwback pass to quarterback Sam Ehlinger already in progress. Your man Richard Scud Missile LeCounte right here, but just listen to what happens. I love LeCounte, man, but you got to have better technique than that at Georgia, man. We see LeCounte as the overhang defender on this inside run. You got Malik the Freak right here shooting the gap extremely early. Gets the running back to sidestep, but of course LeCounte whiffs on it. It's a game of inches, man. You got to make sure you're on your P's and Q's, and you can't allow extra yardage when extra yardage shouldn't be there. But look at this one right here, man. This just hurt the heart right here. Now look, I ain't trying to be funny or nothing like that, but for real, it's the reason why they want you to tackle a certain way, because you can hurt yourself too. My man right here flailing, looking like he got knocked out by Deontay Wilder and everything. Shit ain't right, man. And also, why does all his tackles make those funny noises, bro? Yo, I forgot to tell you, make sure you subscribe to this channel, or tell a friend to subscribe to this channel, because I'm trying to get to 10K so I can stun on them haters like that, get to 10K and keep pushing on and on and on and on. So then they'll have nothing left to say on the hater tip, because it is what it is. But all right, so the next section I want to get to is going to be another controversial, because anytime you're talking about 5-star players like a Richard LeCounte or this next cat, cats can, they tend to, you know what I mean? They tend to, I can't say it, you know what I mean? I don't want to get a not a copyright strike, or get an infringement or something like here talking about people and questioning their manhood and stuff like that. But in all seriousness, you got to call it like you see it. Tyson Campbell is another liability, and we already saw that. I said that countless times during the season. I thought that he was going to be a complete freak right out of the gate, but that's not the case. You know what I mean? You got to sometimes look at level of competition or just other factors being involved in there. I told you before, I thought this guy was going to be a potential Hall of Fame safety, which is huge to say when somebody's never taken a snap in college. But I think his skill set fits that, and I would love to see him move to the safety position, actually where Richard LeCounte is. I bet you Tyson Campbell wouldn't miss a tackle. That guy is a hell of a tackler, and he showed that as a safety at the prep level. But that probably is not going to happen. You promised this kid to play cornerback. I was pretty sure about that, to get him to Sands Miami to go to Georgia. But even in like the Texas game, like you got cats coming up on the channel talking about, oh, he had a good game, he got his head around. It's like, come on, man. Is your standards that low, or your standards that damn low? None of that happened. None of that happened. He did not have a good game. What he had was a team that is a right-handed passing team. I forgot to tell you guys about that. Most of Texas's plays were going to be on the right side of their offensive formation. Sam Ehlinger, as good of a quarterback as he is, he's not going through a bunch of progressions. There's going to be 1 or 2 progressions. They're usually going to be on the right side. So your man Tyson Campbell didn't get challenged a lot. But when he was challenged in one particular play, I finally watched the TV copy, so that's why we're even on this particular topic. And I heard the announcer say, like, oh, you can't play cornerback better than that or whatever like that. But if you really look at it, he didn't make a play on the ball. He wasn't even charged with a stat, or he didn't accumulate any stats in that manner. You know, Eric Stokes is getting his hands on a bunch of balls, every game, for real. So you got to make plays on the ball if you want to be an elite corner. And I don't see that from Tyson Campbell. And it should be a meritocracy. A whole bunch of cats coming in, man. Tyreek Stevenson's there. Devon Wilson. Shout out to him, man. I like what I saw from Devon Wilson in this game. That being his first game. Why not let him attempt to play outside instead of just nickel situations being a star? You have cats like William Poole. I like William Poole when he was a baller in the prep level. I think he has some talent. You can't just promise kids to play and then play them. Well, you can do that, because I understand the business of football, but eventually it's got to be by merit. And I don't think Tyson Campbell should be the presumed starter going into next season. And you could have another cat out there. I'll talk about that on patreon.com/committed to the G. Another cat here, perhaps coming in the next couple of weeks on the February signing day. We'll see about that. But these guys should be allowed to compete at Tyson Campbell's position, and we can go from there. But we can get a little bit of a film study on that too. And then after that, your boy is out. So make sure you subscribe, but make sure you get on that Patreon, baby. I need more soldiers with your boy, right? Yeah. All right, so here's a play in particular that had cats pretty much dancing in the streets. Talking about some, man, Tyson Campbell's back. Tyson Campbell is back. Like, man, get out of here with that, for real. I just got Campbell one-on-one with Devin Duvernay right here. Now, why are you shooting 2-hand jams? Like, come on, man. I know Mel Tucker's teaching them better than that. No need to shoot a 2-hand jam. Shoot that left hand out there and ride this man to the sideline, right? He's fast, you're fast, let's get it on. But he shoots that irresponsible jam right there. So you see him right there, man, he's almost pretty much stacked. He's toast right here. He's not going to catch up to Devin Duvernay. He doesn't have that type of makeup speed with a track athlete like this, right? All right, so to his credit, he does get his head around, right? But it's an underthrown ball. So then he starts to panic and he returns his head back around and doesn't make a play on the ball. I mean, he's no longer in phase. It's just a simple miss by Duvernay. You see right there, Duvernay has both hands on the ball. He just drops it. So check out the moment of truth scenario again. Campbell's hand is on his face mask and Duvernay's hands are on the ball. For anyone who's been in a film session, you don't get a good grade for someone else making a mistake. Whether it be an underthrown ball or a drop pass, you get points for being in phase and making a play on the ball, just like we seen from Devin Wilson and, of course, that freak Eric Stokes. All right, speaking of, we see my man Eric Stokes Jr. going against Colin Megatron Jr. Johnson, showing cats how to make those POBs, plays on balls. All right, you got a guy who outweighs you by like 45 pounds, so we see him open up the gate right here. Perfect technique. Boom, switch, flip the hips, get into him, work close quarters on the chicken fighting. You can do this if you locate the ball like he's doing right here, and he makes a play on the ball. All right, we see my man Devin Wilson with the inside leverage playing the outside technique. Look at this right here. He ain't played a snap of college. Absorbs the contact right here, right in the middle of the field. Rides it. Now look at him. Already turning to locate the ball with the receiver. Makes a play on the ball. Look, he may have came up with a crazy interception if it wasn't for that freak J.R. Reed being on the spot too. All right, we see Tyson Campbell right here with Devin Duvernay on a backside ISO to the boundary. You see this man getting shook off by a little man. Look at that. Look at the space created right here on this curl route. He can't do nothing with it. My man comes back, gets the ball, boom, turns upfield on him, and it is what it is. But what it shouldn't be is something that is just given. It has to be earned. If you're the University of Georgia and you're looking to get that natty, make these cats earn it. So a cat like Tyson Campbell, his job needs to be up for grabs. Same thing with Richard LeCount, as much as it hurts me to say, because I think he's a very talented player. But talent alone isn't going to do it. You know, that's not going to cut it. You know, you got to bring your pads and you got to take proper angles as well. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Am I off base right here? Should it be a meritocracy, or should cats just be given anything at the University of Georgia? But as always, this is for real football heads. Hashtag real football heads and hashtag real men watch to the end, and women. All right, but it's your boy King Murf, the Underground King. Keep it rocking right here at Top Billing Sports. Make sure you tell a friend to subscribe. And make sure you on patreon.com/committed to the G, where you get in-depth film studies, even more so than something like this, which is just, you know what I mean, that's that candy for you guys here at the YouTube channel, you know what I mean? Give you a little something, all right? But until next time, your boy Murf is out. Peace.
What more can I say?
Top billing.